Liverpool has lost the Community Shield after penalties against Crystal Palace at Wembley, and we can say this match gave us so many answers on the most important topics surrounding the defending champions. Not only that, it gave birth to so many more. One of them, Liverpool has both a blessing and a problem. But it is not the problem that we all thought they have, or at least not when you go into details, so that's what we'll do. We already had an idea of what to expect, but friendly matches are not really the most reliable source of information about a team's actual performance, because most managers are trying out different structures, rotations, strategies, and the squads are mostly not the actual best starting 11s. The trophy in itself is the last thing that matters. Crystal Palace played amazing football, and if they can do that more often, I strongly believe they can be a surprise in the league and battle for top 8. So they wholeheartedly deserve the 2 trophies they won in a matter of 3 months. But what made Liverpool lose control of the match 2 times in a row from a leading position? There has been one negative stat that circulated in social media for the past week or so, and it is about the Reds not being able to keep a clean sheet in the past 10 matches. In fact, the last time this happened was 20th of April against the already relegated Leicester City. Before that, there were 2 more games in which Liverpool conceded, so I'll rephrase it this way. Liverpool after this match has kept only 1 clean sheet in the last 14 fixtures. And honestly, that is unexpected. Of course, we gotta not forget to mention that 10 of these matches were either after Liverpool already won the league or during pre-season preparation, which could not really be judged so harshly for results. But concern is there, and today LFC showed that against such a fast and aggressive team in transition, they genuinely struggle, and that may prove to be one of the main negative aspects in this team. Liverpool spent big to strengthen their attack, but many fans are asking the question, what about the defense? They are worried that after Gomez's injury there are genuinely no actual centre-backs on the bench, and using Wataru and or Robertson as defenders throughout the whole season just seems ridiculous. But even after mentioning that Liverpool played the whole game with the original duo of Van Dijk and Kanate, the Reds found themselves in the situation to hold their breath on too many occasions. If you want to dictate the game, you gotta create more than your opponent, and even taking away the penalty that Mateta scored, Crystal Palace had more clear chances than their opponents. They even had more shots, and 10 of them were from inside the box. Just look at that, they found a way to exploit the free spaces and took their time by coming as close as possible. You can't let something like this happen. In another situation, Liverpool could have conceded even more, as 8 of these 10 shots are kicks. They're not all headers that we can say, yeah, it was from set pieces and they were not dangerous situations for LFC. At times Van Dijk was sloppy, he tackled late, which resulted in a penalty in the beginning. Later I personally thought he got a bit lazy for the second Palace goal. Like, look, everybody was marking their man and trying to stay relatively close. Then there is the Liverpool captain who decided to play for an offside going deeper, losing his player. That is not particularly a mistake, so he cannot be blamed, but it either is bad communication between defenders in this instance or a wrong choice of the given player. The one to blame, however, seems like Cody Gakpo, who got a bit greedy, tried to dribble past players and lost the ball in a potentially dangerous area, and 5 seconds later, Sarr found the back of the net. I'm not really sure that Gakpo even had the chance to stand up before that. That takes me to another topic, and it is that Liverpool lost the ball so many times in the defensive and middle third that they were actively begging to get slapped in the face, and they got slapped in the face because that is what Crystal Palace are really good at on the glass now. 36 lost possessions in the red area that you see is just massive, considering that if we take a look at the last match of last season, again versus Palace, the number was 20, or almost half of that. Liverpool also lost the ball 45 times in the middle third, marked in blue, but that is not really the biggest of problems, it is just important to note it. And as I am noting it, if you like these in-depth tactical analysis videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow my social media, which are in the description. Your support will be widely appreciated. Thanks in advance. In the beginning of the second half, when Liverpool was pressing all over the place and created some good chances, I thought to myself, well, LFC has proven over the last years that their second half is almost always better than the first, or at least more dynamic. So can someone explain this? This drop here? I cannot answer my own question with utmost certainty because the reasons are a lot. Liverpool lost control of the match, there was constant movement up front after Ekitike got substituted, Wirtz played as a false 9 and Sobo stayed behind, then Sobo went up and Wirtz replaced him. At this point it looked as if Liverpool were playing a 4-2-2-2, and I believe it won't be the last time we see that. But if I have to point out one thing that stands out to me is that Liverpool won only 39% of their duels in the second half. Crystal Palace crushed Liverpool with one of the Reds' main weapons. The Eagles seemed to press better, and as this shows, they were winning the ball very often and in key spaces on the field. Liverpool failed to utilize the spaces left behind their opponents, first because they were so rare, and second because Palace were quick to transition back into defense. In fact, they played some impressive football and proved that what happened at the FA Cup final against City was not luck but hard work and a lot of tactical preparation. Slot on the other side seemed a bit nonchalant to change his tactics and try something else, and Liverpool lost the match due to this fact. The attacking playstyle brings a lot of risk, and if some very clean chances are not used to the maximum ability, Liverpool leave huge spaces which are then used by fast opposition players, and Premier League has plenty of them. That is the place to mention the blessing that I was talking about in the beginning. After all, nothing major has happened at the Merseyside club so far, we're just discussing everything that went wrong for the team this particular match. Something to look forward to was seen at Wembley, and it is called Hugo Ekitike. Oh my god. I'm not saying it because of the absolute screamer he scored in the 4th minute, although that was genuinely really beautiful. I'm saying it because his movement throughout the whole match was just perfect. He was everywhere on the pitch and looked so calm in possession, something which Nunes lacked a lot. He was very active on the left, as you can see. That answers a lot of the questions about Liverpool's attack this season and whether they will be going for a left winger or not. Of course, that depends heavily on the potential signing of Isak from Newcastle, but it is still early to talk about that. Still, if it comes down to it, Ekitike can be used on the left probably, as he looks rather comfortable there. He moved a lot, wasn't staying stationary, waiting to receive, but was rather concentrated on receiving the ball far from the goal and then tried to be extremely sharp in the build-up. Showed us some nice touches, quick thinking and loads of potential that should be developed in the years to come. He actually had the best XG from Liverpool squad with 0.55 and had 3 good chances, 2 of them went off target, and he actually looked really disappointed of himself. Don't be Hugo, the best is yet to come, and you did perform extraordinarily well today. That is pretty much what I had in mind to show you. Thanks for tuning in with me today, and we will sure have lots and lots to discuss here. You can show me your support by subscribing if you haven't already. Write down below what you'd like to see an analysis of in the next video, and wish you all the best.